What's up, y'all? Everything's Terry. Whew. I know it's been a minute, but look, I had to come on here, link up with y'all, and talk a little bit about one of the greatest shows of all time. Now, obviously, if you know me, you know the Haunted Hill House is my favorite show of all time when it comes to horror. Game of Thrones might be my favorite regular show, but Stranger Things is right up there with all of them. And man, listen, we got one more day until Stranger Things, y'all, which is crazy work. Cause if you watching this video, you a huge fan of Stranger Things, so y'all know what's coming. But look, I had to talk about a few things that I think might happen in these last four or five episodes, or even in the final episode. But look, I wrote them down so I can remember them because I ain't want to miss nothing. Because tomorrow I'm gonna be locked in, y'all. Look, I'm gonna try to go through them quick too. I don't want no fucking 30-minute video or no shit like that. But look, I had to talk about it, y'all. Stranger Things. Y'all let me know in the comments. Is y'all excited about it? Bruh, where do I start? Let's see. Y'all, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I'm so excited for this show. It's like, it's like, damn, Terry barely want to speak. Y'all know me. I love to talk, man. I barely want to talk. But look, first thing I'm gonna talk about, Hollywood have some sort of power. Look, when I wrote this down, I was thinking like, when it comes to Holly, she like a young character. Now I don't think Holly gonna get unalived. That'd be like some Game of Thrones shit. And y'all know I always reference Game of Thrones because Game of Thrones is one of those shows like they don't care if it's a kid or whatever, they still be unaliving people like. So that's why I'm always reference that show. But when it comes to Holly, I just feel like her brother Mike gave her a name. Y'all know her name, so I'm thinking that she gonna end up having some type of power or some type of portal power, at least while she's in Vecna's presence or under his control or whatever. So we'll see what goes on with Holly, y'all. But I got a feeling we're gonna see her with some type of power, at least a portal power. So that's Holly. Dr. K will end up on the good guy side, Linda Hamilton, eventually. Y'all, this one of the badass characters in the history of movies. Linda Hamilton, y'all, they gotta give her flowers. I don't think they're just gonna make her a bad guy. And it was slick because they made her a bad guy, and then it's a chance she could come over to the good side. At least coming over to the side with Hopper and them and helping them. She could be helping them like reluctantly. You know what I mean? But the fact that we might get her as a bad guy and as a good guy, and she a badass both ways. Look, I'm looking. I got a feeling that she gonna end up going to the good guy side. And so we will see about that. Linda Hamilton. I hope it happens because she a badass. They gotta give her like a big ass shotgun scene. Sorry about the motorcycles and stuff, y'all. Y'all know how it is in the hood, how they get down in the hood. Motorcycles and all that. But when it comes to Linda Hamilton, yeah, they gotta give her like a shotgun scene or something like that. Give her a scene where she can show her badass, badass. You know what I mean? They gotta give Linda Hamilton her flowers. So definitely, I'm looking forward to see that with Dr. K. Another thing, either Dustin will be unalived or someone he loves, and Eddie will make a cameo. The best way to have Eddie make a cameo, because he is a fan favorite, I'm thinking they're gonna help everybody out. The best way to do that is to have it something where either Dustin unalived and he come down from heaven or something, or somebody Dustin loves is unalive, and then Dustin has to get like reinsurance that he gonna be all right, and Eddie gonna let him know like he's always there or something like that. Kind of sort of like how they did. Spoiler alert with Richie on Welcome to Derry, something like that. So I'm looking forward to seeing because they gotta give us Eddie, man. The fans want it, and we gonna definitely see it, and it's gonna have something to do with Dustin. We can still lose Hopper after several fake outs, leading us to a false sense of security. Hopper would be an impactful death. Y'all, Hopper one of the ones, if he get unalive, bro, I'm telling you, people gonna be boo-hooing because it's almost like a fake out. Like he cheated death so many times, so the fans don't think he gonna be unalive. But bruh, that would be a crazy unalive and a crazy death, y'all. So if he end up getting unalive, remember Little Tita Don told you, you gotta have some impactful deaths in here. You can't just having like regular characters that nobody don't really got like no deep ties with that. So don't be surprised if Hopper's unalive after all the fake outs. We could lose Jonathan or many because of the proposal or Nancy. Y'all, the fact that he proposed on her scares me because it's like they put stuff like that in shows to like give you like that heartfelt moment to the point where you thinking about that at the end, like, man, they was gonna get married. And I used to didn't think Nancy was gonna be unalive, but that's starting to have me have a cause for pause, especially when she up there firing off. You know what I mean? Like I said before in my TikTok, y'all follow me on TikTok. What if Nancy get unalive, like the military take her out or something? That'd be a bro. That'd be a shocking death. That young girl getting unalive, they like blasting like the you know what I'm saying, the military. She don't even go out to effect, she go about the military. That'd be crazy. And then ain't no telling how Jonathan to go out, but the fact that he proposing, one of them might be unalive. Steve might be safe. Too much misdirection. Yeah, I wrote this down because I just feel like they playing with this situation too much, like to the point where I'm starting to think Steve gonna be safe, y'all. And I'm just gonna leave it at that because they keep on hinting at it too much, like, and then they gonna end up unaliving people that we think was safe. Why this one over here we keep looking at Steve, and then it might be Dustin or somebody. Crazy work, man. This is what I hope happens. I hope Max get powers. I don't know how it's gonna happen, but I'm hoping somehow she tap in the she tap into Vecna's powers, y'all, and she get powers. That would be crazy. I'm gonna just leave that at that. Oh, this is another one. Kylie will get her just due for all you haters. All the Kylie haters that kept telling me, Terry, she's not coming back. I told y'all. The Duffer Brothers is smart. They put that episode in there and then they purposely left her out of any other episodes so it could be full circle when it came back around to this last season. And I think they always had that plan because that's just good cinema, bro. That's just good. A good way to do a TV show to do like a big callback that happened way in season 2. So I hope Kylie give her flowers or she get like some badass action scenes or something and she really get to show her worth. And I'm hoping they don't unalive her, but she might be one of the ones that get sacrificed. Let me go to the second page, y'all. See what I got next. We need to see the clock and the key around Miss Kelly's neck. Yeah, we need the school counselor of Max. We need to see what's going on. What's the connection between that clock, Vecna's clock, and that key around Miss Kelly's neck, y'all? Because the clock and the key, it's got to be some type of connection. Why put that in the show and you ain't gonna give me that? I want that. We got to see what's going on with it. Don't let us down. Next up, who will be sacrificed out of Will, Mike, Eleven, Hopper, Collie, and Joyce? Or will they sacrifice themselves for others? Like I say, all these different storylines, it's gonna be somebody it's gonna be certain people that's gonna try to sacrifice themselves for the other ones. Mike might try to sacrifice himself for L. L might try to sacrifice herself for him. And you know what I mean? Like bro, it's so many people in the group that try to sacrifice themselves for each other. We already know the ones that have sacrificed themselves for Max. We know the ones that have sacrificed themselves for L, especially like Hopper. And then Joyce will sacrifice herself for Will, y'all. It's so many. Remember all the names I just mentioned? So many people. Jonathan, Dustin, and all of them. So many people that could sacrifice themselves for each other. Or it'd be some crazy stuff like Mike end up getting unalive because Jonathan use his powers and somebody else jumping away or something like that, it's gonna be some type of situation where somebody just get unalived or somebody jump in and save somebody else in a situation like that. Mark my words. Somebody gonna get sacrificed or Will gonna end up unaliving somebody, or it might be L have to take out Will or something like that. Vecna gonna have some type of crazy stuff like that up his sleeve where somebody get unalived because Vecna tricked somebody or something. So we'll see what happened with that. That's a lot I could have talked about that for like a whole video. Vecna is smart. He might be tricking Will into thinking he has the power, but getting secretly tested by Vecna. I said that the way he picked Will up and he did his little monologue to him, then he dropped him back down and walked off. I'm telling y'all, I think Vecna know that Will can tap into his power. You think Vecna gonna walk off and he can't feel what's going on? Like Vecna automatically like don't know what's going on, or Will blocked him off from what's going on and all that? Man, Vecna knew. I think Vecna is testing him out to see how strong he is, so he can get Will ready for the final battle when he really need him. Because you already seen one of the shots where he said we gonna do great things together. So he's priming this man up, making him think he got the upper hand. And in reality, Vecna's still in control. That's my prediction. What else we got? Three extremes they could do. And y'all look, I'm just saying extreme. I don't think it's gonna happen. One is Vecna might wipe out everybody. That'll be crazy, even though I don't think it's gonna happen. Then you got a scenario where hardly nobody dies in a situation where it was all. And then we got the situation where it was just Dungeons and Dragons story, and none of it happened. Which I don't think that's gonna happen. But these are all possibilities, y'all. They could be tricking to say, "Oh, that ain't gonna happen," yada yada, and then something like that happen. But like I say, I doubt it. But one thing I will say, when it comes to like a big scene where everybody get unalived, I got a feeling we might see Eight's group that she had in episode in season 2. They all trying to run up to save Callie or Elle or somebody, and Vecna wipe all of them out at the same time. That'd be crazy, cause y'all know they was like the Motley crew with her. I don't think none of them really had no powers or nothing. They can all run up trying to help Eight, and then Vecna just wipe them out real quick. That'd be a badass scene. But like I say, I don't think Vecna gonna wipe out like all the kids and then the villain get the victory. But bro, that'd be a crazy ending. And then last, I'm gonna say, unalive Erica would be cool, but would be a crying, impactful death. It even might be the key to, and then Erica might be the key to defeating Vecna. If y'all remember, Erica was the one that joined the that helped Dustin them defeat Vecna when Eddie was playing as Vecna in Dungeons and Dragons, and then they brought Erica in to help, and Erica was the big key to it. So that might be foreshadowing that Erica is gonna be the one that really comes down with the final plan to help defeat Vecna. That's what it's looking like. And then if we lose Erica, y'all, if they make it set enough, and they shoot it right with the right music and all that, and Lucas gotta watch Erica unalive or pass away, bruh, that would crush my heart. Robin would definitely crush my heart. Joyce, Max, but y'all let me know what some of y'all other theories for these final episodes and the final episode. Let me know where y'all think I'm wrong at. But I'm Little C the Don. I'm signing off, y'all. Happy Stranger Things Day.